My name's Travis Brower. I'm the Creative Services Director here at PHL 17. I've been here for 17 years. I started as an intern in 2002 and just kind of worked my way up the ladder, and I became the Creative Director in 2014. And we're standing in the Creative Services Department. Before I get on to that, I just want to introduce Matt. Matt's going to be coming with me on the tour today. He's our executive producer of our morning news, so he'll be giving some context to what we do for our morning news every day. So in here, in the Creative Services Department, we create all the promos, commercials, out-of-home like billboards, sizzle reels, anything that you see on our air, and any of the marketing materials you see outside, again, like billboards, bus sides, and things like that. So we call this the fun department because we get to have a lot of fun. We get to go out on shoots. We get to still work 9 to 5, and we get to go in a lot of interesting places. William and I on Saturday were at the Pinball Museum in Asbury Park, New Jersey. I didn't even want to leave. It was so much fun. You know, the show that we create on the weekends, Weekend Fillers, kind of like it's our passion project. We're in our 3rd season. We're going to be cracking our 4th season in September.
So how a newscast works, our first producer for our 5 o'clock show gets in tonight. So her workday starts at 11:30 at night, and she starts putting together the news that we go on the air technically at 4:55. So they're upstairs building the show the whole time, and then right before the show, producer comes down here and sits in the back, and it's Steve, one of our directors. Hi, Steve. He makes it all come to life. Eddie's one of our engineers, so he also will tweak audio during elaborate segments. Anything that breaks, he's fixing for us. When there's movement in studio, whether that be a guest segment or an interview, he's moving cameras, getting them mic'd up, putting everything in place. Both of these gentlemen have been here for decades, have seen this station in got every form, doing a late night news, doing no news, now doing an early morning news, and they're a wealth of knowledge. Couldn't get on air without them, literally. Biggest change in here is everything in front of Steve and Eddie right now. We just invested into all this brand new equipment. So we are now an automated newscast. So I'll explain this in the most basic terms, but the director is the one who brings the show to life. Traditionally, when you switch from camera to camera or want to see different video, he would literally have to press a button each time to do that. Now, 90% of his work is done before the show even starts. So he's putting in computer codes, essentially, that are telling our show what to do as it goes through second by second. Essentially, Steve, it's almost like autopilot. Yeah. From the time we go in there at 5 until the time we get off at 8. And so they are working as a team. When we add breaking news in, you know, you can't just kind of go, right that second, put the news on air. But in a matter of about 30 seconds, they get it ready and we can turn it around and put it on TV very quickly. We've got cameras all over our region. This is in Camden, monitoring traffic. We've got a camera, this is from the tower on top of our building. We call it the tower cam, and Steve can pan that around. So, you know, God forbid there was breaking news happening at St. Joe's right now, he could literally flip that camera around and zoom into St. Joe's University. And there we go right now. So that's Winfield Ave runs along here, and St. Joe's is pretty much straight ahead in that, there we go. There's St. Joe's University. So we've got that camera. We've also got one at the Talon Energy Stadium in Chester. We are the official home of the Philadelphia Union, broadcast home that is. The stadium's right over there, boom. So we air a majority of their games, and they're practicing right now. How about that? So we use these a lot as weather bumps, or if we got a game coming up, we'll promote it via, one of these live shots.
This studio is very rich with a lot of pop culture history. Madonna's first television appearance was in this studio on Dancing on Air. Duran Duran's first North American appearance on television was in this studio. New Edition played in here. It's fun to see and hear those stories.
As an intern in 2015, I went to Temple University, and I came on board as a production assistant initially. So I was doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff as far as editing and writing goes. And then the role opened up for traffic, and I practiced and was able to fill that role, and I've been here ever since. So a little bit of an untraditional or non-traditional path into the industry, very different from these guys.
Yeah, I've been in the industry just a little bit longer than just a little bit. Not gonna say how long, but a little bit longer. So I bounced around quite a bit, a few places. I was in Cleveland, Ohio before here for 4 years. And I was a military brat growing up before I got into the industry, so kind of every 4 or 5 years I would move anyway. So moving is nothing new to me, but I'm very happy to be here in Philadelphia. This is one of the markets, I know I said in the last group, that you always looked at Philadelphia when you got in the industry as kind of a final destination, a place you'd want to end up and kind of cap off your career. And it's happened to me. I was very fortunate, excited. I worked with a great group of people. We're smaller, but as our general manager likes to say, we like to punch out of our weight class. And so we try to do our best at that. We get along great. We have a great rapport, and we try to translate that onto the air. So happy to be here.
Do you want to move closer?
Yes, I'll stand right in between you.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Demetria, and similar to Jenna, I did take a non-traditional route to get into this industry. I started off in business. I worked in corporate America for several years, and I decided, I want to do what they're doing on television. So I decided to get into the industry. I worked in Alabama for about 10 years before getting the call to come up here to Philadelphia, and I'm so excited to be here and to provide the news every single day to you all. As Nick has said, I love working with our team. They're the best.
My name is Tiffany, and I'm filling in for Monica, their meteorologist that they've had since the start of the show. And I met Monica in college, so we've been friends, and we went to Penn State, studied meteorology together. And I was like Nick, I moved around a lot in the country, and my family just moved to Baltimore in February. I'm from Delaware, so this is kind of home base for us, and this opportunity became available to me. Monica let me know, and I've been filling in with them since early June. So it's been really nice. They've been very welcoming, and they're a great bunch to work for and work with.
Awesome. It's bustling with people. Our photographers are running in and out. The reporters, if there's breaking news, they're rolling out of here. The scanners are going. We're getting ready for our newscast. It takes a lot. I mean, if the first person gets in a good 5 hours before that show to start getting things ready. You know, I often tell people getting into TV, there is no industry with more strict deadlines than television. Our 5 o'clock news starts at 5 o'clock on the dot, whether we're ready or not. Doesn't start at 5:01, can't start at 5:02. So we either are ready or we get ready and have a plan B. So this is where we do all our work, and then the producers will go downstairs into the control room you were in, and that's where they will sit during the duration of their show.